Hey, what is up, Leafs Nation? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, if you don't know why we're here, it's all because of the recent controversy surrounding the core four of the Toronto Maple Leafs. That, of course, being Mitch Marner, William Nylander, Johnny T, and of course your boy Auston Matthews. Now, the reason why there's so much pressure on these guys is because they make over $40 million annually and they take up 49% of the team's total salary cap. Now, of course, in the regular season, these guys absolutely performed, and they always do in the regular season. They always seem to have an amazing regular season. However, in the playoffs, the story always seems to change, and these guys' play style and play quality significantly decreases. Now, just to put that into perspective for you guys, in case if you didn't know, an NHL roster consists of 23 players, and for 4 guys to basically consume half of the team's salary cap, that is insane, because that means among the other 19 players on the team, you got to divide the other 50% of the salary cap, which honestly doesn't leave that much room for you to acquire many skilled players. That means you're essentially putting all your firepower and eggs in one basket, which in this case is offense. And if you're essentially going to go all out on defense and be a team like, for example, the Edmonton Oilers, and your guys aren't scoring at the top level, especially in the playoffs, that's a huge problem. I mean, just look at what Steve Dangle had to say about the so-called core four that make up the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Majority of the money. So they have to make the vast majority of the good plays and score the vast majority of the goals. The excuse that they were great in the first round, they're the reason that we're here, does not work.
And honestly, I completely agree with him, even though as much as we say it's a team effort and whatnot, 4 guys, when they are getting paid half of the team's salary cap, they have to produce regardless of how much pressure is put on them. So we all saw that they got eliminated by the Florida Panthers in a really disappointing series of 5 games. And now we've just seen year after year, of course they got through the first round, but just year after year, and this has been going on forever with this core 4 Leaf squad of disappointment after disappointment in the postseason. Now, this leaves up a lot of questions and debates, especially in the Leafs media, because as we all know, a lot of the team's star contracts, such as Auston Matthews, are going to expire soon. I mean, if you look virtually anywhere on the internet, you literally can't go anywhere on Twitter without seeing rumors about Auston Matthews wanting to play in his hometown, being an Arizona native. And honestly, this makes so much sense for a guy like Auston Matthews. You know, why wouldn't you go back to your hometown, make great money, and not be in the center of all media? I mean, this pressure being taken off Matthews will certainly allow him to play better in the playoffs. And I know these guys are trained for it, but at the end of the day, why would you want to be in the spotlight and have that much pressure being put on you? Now, other rumors we've been seeing, especially on Twitter and in the news lately, is William Nylander going to the Calgary Flames. Now, I don't know how true this is, but as everybody's saying, Nylander is the guy out of the core 4 that is actually pretty likely to be traded. Part of this is because his contract's so low in value compared to the other core 4, and because he's been playing absolutely amazing in this past season. And then this begs the question, well, what now? Kyle Dubas has spent the past decade trying to make this team work, thinking that if he puts together these 4 guys, they will absolutely dominate the league. However, as we all know, they've been getting no successful results, and passing the first round in 5-6 years with this core team is just simply not good enough. And this leaves a question, well, what's going to happen now? You know, if Auston Matthews ends up going to Arizona and Nylander ends up going to Calgary, you know, and they fire Sheldon Keefe, what are they going to do with all these guys that they just acquired, like Ryan O'Reilly, for 1 year to make a cup run, right? Honestly, is this team going to have to rebuild from scratch because the core 4 simply aren't working anymore? Because like a lot of people are saying, I can't see this team getting much better from here, especially with all the contract issues they're facing in the future. But anyways, let me know down below what you guys think. This offseason will be extremely interesting for this Maple Leafs team. And as always, if you enjoyed, please smash the like button and leave a like down below. And I'm interested to know, do you think Matthews is going to end up going to Arizona? And does this Leafs team have to rebuild from scratch?